Alrighty, it was chest day today, so we're gonna get this tier list out the way so you gents know what exercises to pick and what not to pick, and yeah, hopefully this video does you some good. So let's get started. First up, wish we could zoom in. Yeah, we're gonna zoom in like this. First up, let's just assume this is a regular bench press. We are going to put this in B tier. It's not the best exercise for your chest. You can get a better range of motion with other exercises, as well as just the injury and the tax that it puts on your rotator cuff. No matter who you are, it seems just about no one can escape a bench press. Years and years of bench pressing without some kind of wear and tear on their rotator cuff and shoulder. Now, of course, there are preventatives you can take, but next up, we have chest flies. Now, we have the lateral chest fly where they are equal heights beside you. So, again, this one's going to be B tier. It's okay. It's good. It's good. But this one is hard to get a challenging weight, at least in my case, and it just pulls you more. Pulls you more than the low to high fly or high to low fly or dumbbell fly. So there are better options if I'm going to do my flies with the weight, height, distance, whatever you want to call it, then I would just use a dumbbell. And then we have a dumbbell press. I am going to rank these S tier. They are loadable, they are progressible. You can turn your wrists, you can flare your arms, you can bring your elbows in. There are a ton of variations to a dumbbell press, and I think these are goated. Better than the dumbbell bench press, if you ask me. You can get a deeper range of motion. No one just cares about your dumbbell bench press numbers. Then we have the dumbbell fly. So like this fly you see here, very much your dumbbells are at the same height level. They're equal to equilateral, the same distance from your arm. But this one is lying on a bench. So unlike this one where you're standing with the cables, while cables provide constant tension, dumbbells, they use gravity. I like this one. You just have to worry about your arms, lock your scapulae behind you, and kind of flare out that chest. I like these more than the cable flies. Dips. While dips are useful for pressing power, they are C tier. They're just going to have to be C tier for me. They work your lower chest mostly. They're not going to really provide that upper chest or really that pec development if you're looking for it. It will help you develop a strong pressing base, which does transfer to your dumbbell presses, your bench presses, but dips in themselves as a chest development exercise, C tier. Okay, we have the incline dumbbell press. So if I put the regular dumbbell press in S tier, I feel like the incline has to go here. Same thing, same qualities apply. You can get a deeper range of motion than an incline dumbbell press. This will obviously target the upper chest more, a little bit more shoulders and front delt, but I like the incline dumbbell press. They are good. They should be in your program somewhere. Now we have machine flies, another fly variation because it's just fly, so just stretches and presses. That's all there is to work the chest, stretches and presses. But we have our machine flies. Where are we going to put these? Oh man, I'm gonna put S tier. I'm gonna put S tier. The machine provides an inherent stability that is greatly appreciated in the dumbbell fly, and you aren't going to get the stability of a machine with a dumbbell or a cable. Sorry, but you're not. So with that, the machine fly stability, and it is loadable and very easy. Obviously, the machine isolates the chest, makes it easier for you to focus on the chest. You just have to move your arms. It provides the back structure, the stack. We've seen machines go up to 300 pounds. You can get weight pins and add more weight. You show me, I've seen someone dumbbell press or dumbbell fly 100 pounds. Notice how I said someone and not a lot of people. There's not going to be a lot of individuals who are dumbbell flying 100 pounds. There are a lot of individuals who are dumbbell flying or machine flying 200 pounds. I'm going to say S tier. The load, the stretch, the control, the stability. Machine flies are goated. What do we have? What do we have? We have push-ups. We have push-ups. I'm going to put push-ups in B tier. Push-ups in B tier. They are useful. They are highly progressible. They are highly adaptable. If we're just talking about push-ups broadly here, you can add weight. It's just the leverages, right? You're not handling the entire load. Your feet are handling a little bit of the weight as well. But overall, if you're someone who is chasing chest development, push-ups are a great exercise. Don't let the fact that they are body weight fool you. Do some pump reps. Do some shorties. So do some half rep push-ups and then do some whole reps. So do like 5 half and then 5 whole and then 5 half again. Tell me how your chest feels. Push-ups are a great exercise. Decline dumbbell press. These are garbage. If I see you doing these, I'm going to question if you know what you are actually doing. Let me get a drink. Yes, I'm 100% serious. If I see you doing some decline dumbbell presses, I'm going to just wonder in my head, does this bro know what he's doing? While in theory, it seems like a good choice because with the decline press, you are able to press more weight. Just the angle, the fact that it's each dumbbell versus each individual hand, right? So there can be no room for deviation or weakness. Like that arm has to be able to support the weight. And then gravity is also just going to push the dumbbells at this funny angle. So for me, at least, it was just inflaming, irritating my front delt just a little bit. The dumbbells wouldn't stay in that particular range so I could target my chest. You know what? If you get something out of them, good for you. We hate them. We have another decline dumbbell variation, so we're going to skip this. Decline bench press. Oh, C tier. C tier. They're very close to D tier, let me tell you. They don't have that problem where I notice my front delts being inflamed or irritated as much as a decline dumbbell press. But they are so misleading. I'm sure they have their purpose because every exercise in the gym has its purpose, right? But you will load up some weight on a decline press. You will press the hell out of it. You will get some reps. You'll be like, oh yeah, I got this. You will then take that same weight to a regular bench, or even just like, I feel like you can get like 20% more on the decline. But you will take that same weight to a bench press and you will get stapled. You're going to get pinned. It it's a nice ego booster, but in my experience, when I'm training to hit my heavy bench, I'm not really thinking about a decline press, except exclusively in the manner of let me expose my chest to more raw stimulus, this raw stimulus of this magnitude, but that's it. I don't notice much carryover with the decline bench press. I save your time, save your shoulders. There's better pressing you can do. Now, since we've done the decline, let's go to incline. The incline press, I'm going to say these are A tier. Better than the B tier, or better than the B tier. Better than the flat press than the B tier. Obviously better than the decline press. They work your upper chest, they work your shoulders. They're easier to get out of if you get pinned. I don't hear about people having nearly as many shoulder issues or rotator cuff issues with the incline press. Maybe because it doesn't put your shoulder in that weird position where it's hard to retract when you try to unrack. But I don't hear about many issues with the incline press. The pressing variation, upper chest, very similar to the bench press. Again, just minus those shoulder issues. We're going to put this in the A tier. We already did push-ups. Machine bench press. I'm going to go A tier. If we're talking purely for chest development and purely for hypertrophy, then it's got to be the machine bench press, right? It's a very good exercise. Again, loadable, adjustable. The machine provides an inherent level of stability, right? So you can press a lot of weight with a dumbbell or a bench press, but you always got to have an exit plan. whatever your exit plan is, you always got to have one. You don't need an exit plan with the machine. Worst case scenario, you just say F it and get out the way of the machine while it returns to its original starting position. But you can load them up heavy. You can add a gym pin if you beat the stack. But a machine bench press, a nice variation, depending on the machine. Hoist machines, I use one of those out of Crunch Fitness. Those are fun, right? You press and the machine kind of moves around you, I believe, to kind of make that range of motion easier. At least it feels cool. Hoist machines, let's see, whatever. They have all kinds of machines with different ranges of motions, is what I was getting at. But even still, with a regular machine press, you can put a yoga pad behind your back, and you can do this with a bench press, but it's a little iffy because you have to lay on it. And so it kind of gets hard to stay stable and keep it in position. But with a machine press, you can put a yoga block behind your back, the upper back. And that way, when you go back in that fly or press, when you go back in that press, you get a little bit deeper of a range of motion. Your chest is resting on the pad, but your chest is resting out an inch or two more. All know the difference an inch or two makes. But you can get a better stretch. You can manipulate the stretch. It's very safe with the machine and the loading. It's good. It's an A tier. If you have the ability, you should probably have a machine press in your workout, right? Machines are great exercises, great tools to push weight, and they are designed to work these specific muscles. And so you are really locked into these ranges of motion. And so you have to be a fool to mess up a machine, right? You only get to press in this angle. So gosh darn it, press as hard as you can. And then next up we have pin press. Again, I'm sure they have their purpose. I know their purpose. I use them to break through my sticking point at the bottom of my bench press. They're okay. They're okay. I didn't really feel like I got much out of them. Who knows? Maybe in a different period of my life, I will. I've seen other athletes, at least in their vlogs and their anecdotes, use them in an effective manner to help that sticking point when you're coming off the chest, because that is often hard for people. When you are coming off the chest, when you're kind of at that weakest in the press, pin presses can help you work on that because you start from that dead stop at the bottom, and they help you build that explosiveness. But for me, I don't really get stuck at the bottom of my presses. I'm more of a get stuck in the middle, shoulders and triceps, finish the lockout, kind of break through that middle point type stuck. But they do have their use. Don't get me wrong. They have their use. Very specific utility in training that bottom range of the bench press. Incline push-ups. Push-ups are goated. Incline push-ups. Oop, not D tier. The C tier. C tier because unlike a regular push-up, they're not that easily progressible. It's hard to progress. It's hard to stick a weight on your back, right? The incline, the weight is going to slide. I notice with myself, you can already see you're at a slight angle with push-ups. When I have plates, I like them on my upper back in this area. They kind of slip towards my buttocks, my lower back. And it's okay for regular press, but I imagine for an incline, it would be a little degree worse. So that's why they're C tier. Now, if you are just getting into push-ups, obviously they're great, right? They're a great way to progress. The trick with push-ups, the higher your head is, the easier they get. The higher your feet is, the harder they get. So decline push-ups, we have those. Harder, incline, easier. So they're a great way to start, but you want to get lower and lower and even start to turn it up if you can. You like what I did there? Incline Dumbbell Fly. I'm going to have to put B tier. These are good. I do notice I hate to say, they irritate the rotator cuff if you're not paying attention, if you're not locked in. And so they can be a little more strenuous than the flat decline, and just making sure you are keeping that focus on that chest, especially when you see the dumbbells are angled upwards. So when you're pinching, when you're bringing your arms together from the upper angle, it's a little harder on the rotator cuff, I notice, at least in my experience. So we're going to make them B tier. They are excellent to get a stretch. If you can handle them, do them. You don't have to do them all the time, but I would definitely have them in. Real quick, since we're on this, there are so many fly variations, cable flies, chest flies, dumbbell flies. I can't always pick. If I'm having trouble picking, I will make sure maybe I'll do 1 to 2 hard sets of a fly. I might do 1 to 2 hard sets of a dumbbell fly, and then switch to 1 to 2 hard sets of a machine fly. Not going to do my normal 3 to 4 sets because, again, very similar movement patterns. Not the exact same, because when you're lying down, when you're sitting up, so you can kind of use your feet and your leg drive to brace a little differently, depending on which one you're doing. But the point is, if you're having trouble picking, this is not to say overload yourself, but find an intelligent way to mix both in, get a little stimulus from both variations. So while we are on the topic of flies, dumbbell flies. These are low to high flies, though. Look at these dumbbells. So these are like scooping up. You're bringing that titty up. These, a lot easier on the rotator cuff. These are A tier. Love these. Let's see. I will superset dumbbell flies, machine flies with a press. So my bench press or my machine press, because I feel like it helps me open up that chest and get a better stretch, and inadvertently a better mind muscle connection when I come back to that pressing set. With my incline low to high flies, I like to superset these with my incline presses, right? You're already on the bench, just make it easier. I'll do my incline presses, bam, 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 and then I will knock out a set of low to high flies. I feel like it really helps me get the upper pec. Weirdly enough, I feel like the lower and the upper pec. Yeah, I know, not the middle. Maybe it's the whole pack. Maybe I'm just being a little tired right now. But it's kind of like a ghost. You hear that creaking? The upper and the lower pec. Superset after my incline press. Great time. Deficit push-ups, B tier. If your shoulders can handle them, a very good way to turn a push-up into a stretch, right? Normally with a push-up, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Your arms are like this, your arms are straight, and then your arms bend, and then you hit the floor. But you don't actually really get much of a stretch in a regular push-up. The floor is stopping you. With a deficit push-up, your hands are higher than the floor, and so there's space when you come all the way down. When your hands are fully bended, fully contracted, you can still get a deeper stretch in that range of motion. And these are loadable, progressible. You can throw a plate on your back like the regular push-ups, and you can trust it will stay there. And so if your shoulders can handle it, deficit push-ups, very good. Decline push-ups, like our incline push-ups, we are going to have to put these in C tier just because, again, look at the angle. While having your feet up does provide an inherent level of stability, eventually you are going to need to progress. And the only progression from a decline push-up is a wall push-up. So you're going to put your feet on the wall. Like you're not putting weight. It's just going to slip right from your back. It's probably going to knock you out. It might break your neck. Don't try it. So C tier. These plate presses. I actually remember I was doing these. Oh man, I was like some stupid kid. So it's like 17. And some like physiologist major told me it was like a really crappy chest exercise, and I was like, yeah, right. And then like I think my arm felt sore later that night, and I was like, he might have been on to something. If I see you doing these again, I hope you're a soccer mom. I hope you're some soccer mom who learned her exercise technique from one of them group exercise classes where they appeal to the lowest common denominator, because these are just garbage and you're not really going to work your chest much. It's more shoulders, more forearms, might be a little chest in there, but you're not really able to focus on the chest. Gravity is pushing the weight down. So no. No, we don't work our chest by fighting this emotion. So no, it's this. It's pulling. It's pushing. Like these are the motions that work our chest. Not this bullshit. Floor press. Floor press. Let's see. I'll put them in B tier. I'll put them in B tier. They're okay. They're okay. They're not my favorite. They have their place. They have their purpose. Ironically enough, I know I said my sticking point was at 90 degree when you're using that long head of the tricep, the little shoulder to break through front delt. But I just don't like the floor press. Very limited range of motion. They're cool to press. They're cool to feel strong on. And they're cool to practice the top end of your pressing. So your bench pressing. It's cool to practice your lockout, but you're not going to get much of a stretch. And just the risk to reward isn't there. Even with like 225, if you come down too fast, your elbow is going to get irritated, inflamed between the floor. And that way, it's just not a good equation. Just banging your elbow and your joints up. It's not for me. If you find something out of it, great. I put it in B tier because of the utility of breaking through sticking points. But we can recognize a purpose of an exercise and still say it's a crap exercise. And then Smith machine. Honestly, I I hate a Smith machine. We're going a little mini rant, bear with. I hate a Smith machine press. Yes, it has its utility. If all the benches are taken and you can't even make your own bench press, if you can't drag a bench to a squat rack and make a little bench setup, I guess Smith machines are okay. And all kinds of people use them. So I'm not going to say they're garbage because I've seen pros use them. I'm not going to act like I know better than a pro, but I'm sure they have a plan. But for most of us, the general population, it's just, right? A Smith machine teaches you how to apply force, but it teaches you how to apply force in this very linear fashion, like literally linear fashion. You're stuck in this line. And so I've learned that as long as you produce force, as long as you push, if you can get a muscle firing, if you can get movement, the Smith is going to move. You can be pushing at an angle. You could be pushing back. You could be pushing straight up. You could be pushing not the right way you need to be pushing, and the Smith is going to move. Then you take the Smith, you take this to a free weight, you take it to a barbell, a rack, whatever, where it's just you and the bar and gravity, and you don't have that practice of handling deviation. You were so focused on exerting force that you did not practice the skill of benching, the skill of squatting, the skill of keeping this bar in a straight line. You didn't practice that. You practiced force production with the Smith. And so the Smith machine has its utility. Yes, it's going to make you stronger. It's not the best way to go about it, if you ask me. You're going to Smith machine, your time would be better off spent with a machine press. If you have a Smith, go machine press because it's just going to be better. At least the machine is trained to keep you in that specific range of motion to work that intended muscle. A Smith machine, again, if you create force, you will move it. And so, in my opinion, yeah. But oh, what is this? Another cable fly. Chest fly, cable fly. So this is all exercises. I hope this list makes this easier for you guys when you are picking chest exercises. Remember, everybody has these deviations in our bodies. So some exercises may work for me. It might not work for you. Your job is to find what works for you. There's tons of exercises, as you can see. Just work. You get a better mind-muscle connection than I said, then screw me. Use it.